Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Tonight we're playing some more Flesh and Blood. I actually decided to take this evening off of my grind for Road to National season. I've been grinding a lot lately, just like for the PT, was playing a lot of Oldham, playing a lot of Bravo before that, really just trying to like get games in and make sure I was prepared for the PT. And then now we're preparing for RTN season, and honestly, it's just been a little bit of a slog lately, and I think I just kind of need a break. So tonight, in spirits of taking a break, I'm still going to be playing CC, but I'm going to be playing Merrick Kemp's Dash list that won the calling. It's a very interesting list, and honestly, there's a lot of interesting cards that I don't know that I entirely agree with, but the man won a calling, so there's only so much I can disagree with. Oh, excuse me. Let's actually pull this list up and talk about it real quick here for a second before we get into the games. So his equipment suite is very Matt Rogers-esque of his mid-range dash deck that he played for a while, and I honestly I like his equipment suite. I think Galvanic Bender is a really sweet card to add into the deck. It really blocks one. It's really just a cool Ironhide Gauntlet, or Iron Rot Gauntlet, like whatever, Iron Rot, I think. I can't remember, but whichever it's called, it's just a better version of that, in my opinion. Plays around T-Bone a little bit better. So let's start at the top here. You see one Fate Foreseen. That's pretty interesting. Two Command and Conquers, also pretty interesting. Playing two Red Combustible Couriers. This is normally a card that you either see 3 or 0 of in Dash decks, so 2 is a very interesting number to me. I'm curious to know where he came up with that. Playing the 2 Chambers and 3 Plasma Purifiers, pretty typical stuff. Playing 3 High Octane, like 3 High Octane is just insane. 3 Maximum Velocity. I'm generally a big fan of 2 Maximum Velocity, but 3 is like, sometimes people like 3, so I'm not going to argue with that. Pulse Wave Harpoon. If this card came in more than one color, we'd play all of them. Reinforced Salon is a great card, plays around Command and Conquer, and it's just a 0 for 4 that kind of gets around the whole defense reaction text that's going around right now. A lot of Ranger cards are, say I have the defense reactions can't be played, so Reinforced Salon really gets around that. 2 Sink Belows. I'm intrigued to know why he wanted 1 Fate Foreseen and 2 Sink Belows here. I don't really know what reasoning that could be, but I mean, again, he won a calling, so something had to work there. Rainbow of T-Bones, I like that. Rainbow of Throttles, I also like that. 2 Red Unmovables. Normally this is a 3 of when it comes to defense reactions. I'm also intrigued to see 2 Red Unmovables. Red and Blue 0 to 60. Normally you see the suite of 0 to 60. Like you see the rainbow of 0 to 60. I'm very intrigued to see that he's not on yellows. He's on yellow T-Bone and not on yellow 0 to 60, which means to tell me that the T-Bone is more for Magnetic Shockwave down here at the bottom than it is Maximum Velocity here. So, I don't know. I'm a little intrigued by that. We have the Rainbow of Zipper Hits. I feel like that's a must include for any Dash deck. One of Remembrance. That's a spicy meatball. You can't shuffle in defense reactions with this, so I am intrigued. He can't shuffle in any of his defense reactions here. He can shuffle in Command and Conquer. He can shuffle back in items. I honestly imagine that he wants a 1 of Remembrance for Oldham in case they're playing Warhorn. If they're playing Warhorn, they can blow up the items, and having Remembrance be able to shuffle items back in is pretty big. Also helps with not getting fatigued against Oldham when they're just throwing a whole bunch of damage at you. And then we're looking at Spark of Genius from here. Spark of Genius is a 3 of in every Dash deck. It's just an auto include. Like, it's so good. There's so many value plays you can make with that. Blue High Speed Impact. I normally play red High Speed Impact in my list, so I'm intrigued that he's only playing blue. It is interesting. Magnetic Shockwave is definitely a value play, and I think if you have turn 0 T-Bone Shockwave into a Ranger, you're pretty favored. Like, I don't know that you're gonna immediately win or anything, but getting rid of New Horizons or Skullbone Cross Wrap, anything like that is very valuable, and that has a lot of play. 2 Teklo Core. I'm also intrigued by 2 Teklo Core. That's normally a 3 of for me, so maybe these slice and dice numbers, these 1s, 2s, or maybe that was a secret to his success. And then the last card we're looking at is 1 Teklo Pounder. Again, 1 Teklo Pounder was kind of started by Matt Rogers when he was playing his Toma Fiendel mid-range list, so I don't hate that, but I'm curious to see how it all plays out, if you want the truth. All right, let's throw this back over here. We're gonna copy this to the old deck board, and we're gonna hop into a comp CC lobby. We're gonna see what we can get going. I really like Dash, and honestly, I really enjoy playing Dash. So I'm honestly pretty excited to play Dash. It's been a while, and so I think it's gonna be quite a bit of fun to play Dash and get some games in. Plus, honestly, I don't think it's crazy to think that you could. I don't think it's crazy to think that you could win. Win an RTN playing Dash. Yeah, so we're gonna go second here. We definitely want to go second. Pistol, Crown, Heart, Bender, Accelerator, and then we're gonna cut all of the. We're going to cut all of the defensive items. Like, we don't want this. We don't want Remembrance, Unmovables, Sink Belows, Purifiers, Reinforced Lines. We don't want any of this nonsense. And then, what else are we looking at cutting? We can cut Command and Conquers if we want to. We could just play 61, start with the Pounder. We can play more of a mid-rangey game, leave a chamber in and play and just have 61 cards here. Curious to know what Merrick's thought was on a lot of these cards and how he was doing this. Let's try it like this and see what happens. I like starting with the chamber, honestly. Shoo! This is a very explosive hand. Our opponent's probably going to come in for some damage here. We can't really get Mask on their first turn. I'd like to keep the High Octane if I can. If I have an opportunity to keep the High Octane, I'm going to, but that doesn't always happen. Yeah, High Octane's not worth taking 4 damage here. So if we had Toma Fiendel in our deck, then there would be some consideration to like having a High Octane. Okay, I kind of like this. This lineup plays pretty sweet. So we can load Pistol. We could load Pistol Chamber and then go 0 to 60 Harpoon. Or we can just throw the Combustible Courier. Let's just disrupt their hand. We'll play setup later here. Hitting another Harpoon is kind of rough. I'm not a big fan of that to start out. So that was our second High Octane, and that's pretty tough, honestly. Let's add the E-Strike to the hand, which means there's one card they're wanting to protect there. Not a huge fan of not arsenaling here, but I'm just going to take both of these. They play Time Snap and pass. So load Pistol, load Chamber, 0 to 60 Zipper hit, Pistol give go again, and then Spark for 0 to get a Teklo Core and arsenal the card we draw. Yeah, let's boost. Let's try to put the pressure on our opponent here if we can. All right, well, it's good we didn't want to search for our Teklo Pounder because it's gone now. The cool thing about Teklo Core here is that it allows us to... It really allows us to play what I'm trying to say is that Teklo Core really allows us to like block more aggressively if we need to here. I'm probably just going to try and use my equipment here to stop whatever they're going to do. Surging Strike for 5, go again. Wow. That was like the one card. Like literally, that was like, so we needed anything that boosted right there to be able to play maximum velocity. That is very unfortunate. Is there any way we can make that happen? We get 2 resources. We go 0 to 60 T-Bone, and then we could activate Heart. We can keep everything. So if we keep everything, we can go 0 to 60 T-Bone, activate Heart, throttle, and then pitch our maximum velocity to come in that way. Yeah, we're going to give them 2 cards right here. Whew. Maximum velocity is the only time I would even consider giving my opponent 2 cards like this. The only time. If you guys see me eating throughout the stream, also I apologize. I have yet to have dinner, so I'm just kind of eating as the stream is going on this evening. They know I'm keeping my cards here, so they know that they can really try to push damage here. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go to 24 and give them another card, which is extremely unfortunate, but I think I'm about to throw something that's worth taking a lot of damage. I think I was at 36 when the turn started. Yeah, we're about to take a ton. And then if they have an open center, we're in bad shape. Well, they're up 14 points now. I'm sorry, we're going to 9. Man, this ended up being bad for us. This ended up being real bad for us. Yep. Now, the good news is that hopefully I can, like, value block them out the rest of the game from here. I mean, we're going to throw 5, 9. It's only 19 points, which is unfortunate. We took 27 to deal 19, which is, like, extremely unfortunate. I had no idea that their hand was going to be as good as it was. I mean, but I don't know how I'm supposed to know that. If they take this, they'll go to 8. I imagine they'll give me a card here, unless they need their whole hand. Okay, so they go to 8. Well, we saw all 3 maximum velocities this game. We just couldn't actually get any of them to line up the way we needed to. Well, I mean, we got one off, but we had to take a ton to do it. What's our turn even look like from here? Yeah, I actually don't even know what our turn's supposed to look like. We block with maximum velocity. If we block with maximum velocity here, then we have load pistol, load chamber, T-bone, shockwave into pop Achilles, pistol chamber, pistol. This feels pretty mediocre, honestly. I mean, okay. So breaking scales. And concealed blade. Well, they have dishonor here. I mean, I really don't think I can go to 4 here. Then they're gonna throw a Kadachi. That's fine, I'll go to 6. I mean, unfortunately, I have to take the Kadachis from where I'm at. Like, the Fluster Fist is what matters. So I can pistol twice here. That's pretty much my turn. And if they have anything worth a crap, they'll just take it all and try to kill us here, which won't be that hard to do. Huh. They give me mask now. I think putting Teklo Core gives us a better shot at having a turn. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we have to take the Kadachis. Luckily, if we block everything, we have one more turn of Kadachis. So we go zipper hit for 3. So pistol, harpoon, pistol, which is 8, or it's zipper hit, heart, harpoon, pistol, which is 9. Yeah, late in the game like this, these Kadachis will just kill you because you have no other choice. There's still a Command and Conquer we haven't seen. They reveal Fluster Fist and then block with it. And then we get to attack for 2. Again, we have to take the Kadachis here. There's no choice. We have to go to 1. Empowerment. We don't die to empowerment, I suppose. Whelming Gust Wave was not the last thing. It was Descending Gust Wave. We go to 1 here to try and kill our opponent. At least take every card out of their hand. All right, High Octane, let's make something happen. Was not really what I wanted. Man, that Command and Conquer's coming up somewhere. They don't have to block all 6 of this. They can take 3. If they take 3 and go to 2, they're left with 1 card. Because, well, hopefully. So they did go to 2. Let's get lucky. Yeah, I knew we had to hit it at some point, which is unfortunate, but not really anything we could do about that. This is why I don't like playing Command and Conquers in the list. Isn't it? Because instead of being able to pistol them twice, we only get to pistol them once here. And they're going to get like 3 cards, if not all of them, out of our hand right here. I was like, an eraser at any point kills us. Yeah. I don't know. Some of our draws just feel awkward that game. That and like it's just a straight race against Katsu, and it's not always easy to get there. Honestly, it's not always easy to cross the finish line if Katsu's running hot. Katsu's running hot, they can just run you over. This is always an interesting matchup. And I'm going first. I don't think we want any of the defense reactions. Where is that Fate Foreseen? So this leaves us with 66 cards. And we have what? 3, 6... 3 maximum velocities, 3 throttles, and 2 command and conquers. So we still only have 8 poppers here. Cut the Teklo Pounder. I think we want as many no blocks. We want as few no blocks as possible. And we'll run it like this. Okay, well, let's see. We get to do it all here. That's nice. And we get to arsenal a 1 for 4, which kills a dragon, which is nice. They do have the sigil. That's good for them. Sigil, activate Flamescale Furnace. It's not a bad turn 0 for the old Romai player here. We'll rake the Embers to start the game is ungodly annoying. I mean, I'm just going to take 3 here. Let's block 4. So we'll pitch this. Activate this. Man, that's second time we banished High Octane this early, which is not what you want to see if you're us. So if we play the Throttle, we'll have one left, which means we can pistol twice. Boosted a Popper and a High Octane. Not the way you want to start the game. I'm curious, they're not going to give us a card at all here, huh? I am intrigued that they're not giving us a card at all. I mean, we take a 9-point lead to start the game here. Yeah, we'll go to 33. This has no on hit, no relevant effect. Okay, so they attack with Billowing Mirage, which is fine. Yep. I mean, a Popper will bail us out at some point. Like, majority of the time, that is the case. A Popper bails you out when you're in a bad spot. That's the last Ashwing. Then they come in for 7. That's pretty good for them. So let's block 3 on this one. We'll take 4, go to 23, and then we're going to crack back for quite a bit here. Yep, we'll boost. Yep, we'll boost. Magnetic Shockwave, so we're still in the clear here. They take 5. Activate Heart. One, 2, 3, and then we will shoot. We'll shoot. We'll shoot an Ashwing here. Play a little bit of board control in case they have like a crazy bonkers turn on their turn. Okay, having a Popper is nice. We just need them to not have, like, Chromai here. Even a Mirror Guy would be fine, because our hand allows us to go pretty ham here. Dominia would be bad for us. If they could take Command and Conquer from our hand, that would be tough. So we get to save 2 points there, which is pretty nice. I don't think the whole, like, playing this way really favors us, but I'm honestly just kind of trying to see if I can run them over. Seeing an item pretty early was pretty good for us. And then we get to shoot for 6 more here. I do still have all of my equipment, which is pretty nice. I've never really tried to race Stromae with Dash before. This is a new strategy for me. This hand is not going to pair well with what I'm trying to do. This hand basically says that I have to take everything here, which is not good. I mean, you definitely should have attacked with your Chromai first. That was a mistake. I guess they could have a 0 for 4 in their arsenal, and I want to save my equipment for that. 2, 4, 7, 8. They have no more ash, so they can't. They actually can't lava burst for 5. Yeah, I'll go to 6. That's fine. They ended up they did throw it. Okay, so we have 5 resources, 6 if we use the heart. And we need 4, 5, 6. So we need to use the heart, and so actually, yeah, we still need 6 because we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 so that we can pistol 3 times. So pistol's gonna be for 9. This is gonna be for 5. Debating if I want to kill the Chrome Eye with this. I think I need to kill the Chrome Eye with this. Yeah, I think that's where we need to be at right now. So we didn't hit a Command and Conquer, thankfully. Activate this. We'll attack our opponent. We're coming in for 5 here. And then they can actively see that we have 9 more points on the board. Man, having a purifier with a pistol, like, is just, there's so much value in that. Drawing a single popper in our hand would pretty much shore up the game for us, I feel like. Crown away a card, and they're going to go to 4 here. So they can take this last pistol if they really want to. And go to 1. I don't think they will. I think they'll give us another card from hand here. I don't think it's wise of them to go to 1 unless their hand is just that good. If they can look at their hand and go, yeah, I'm going to get every single card out of his hand, then yeah, you go to 1 here. Poppers! Put Spark of Genius on the bottom. Block 4, put Spark on the bottom. Well, that's not very good. That is not very good at all. Excuse me. There's no way to have a good turn here. Like, at all. So we pitch 1 for the maximum, like, we pay for the arcane. We go to 2, and then we pop with maximum velocity. This hand is atrocious. Pretty sure I'm just dead to that hand, honestly. Like, Huh. Like, I can throw Command and Conquer here, or I can pistol them twice. Yeah, this is tough right here. They're probably just going to give us 2 cards and then play an efficient hand. Like play a card and then come in with one of the mirror guys here, if I had to guess. Yeah, see, block 6, take nothing. You get to keep your life advantage, and you get to just like have probably a decent hand, if I had to guess. Like, that's an extremely good hand. So in order to really have a turn here, I have to block Heart, Harpoon, and Velocity. And I'm just dead here. And then we block so we don't die. My opponent realizes we have no cards in hand. And I'm dead to the mirror guy. Yep. We had good setup. We had the things we wanted early. We just, like, I think there was like a couple turns where I had to take too much damage, where I couldn't, like, I didn't have a popper early. And I don't, like, some of my hands just felt incredibly awkward. Like, I never really felt like my hands lined up the way I wanted them to. This is one of the things I was talking about earlier when I was saying that I felt like, don't get me wrong, everybody builds their deck to the way they like to play games, but I don't know. I don't really like the way his deck is built. Like, the configuration of things is like, it just feels off to me. Like, you have to play the pistol items in that matchup to have a chance, and you have to have all your poppers in, but I don't think you can be on like hard control dash. Like, I just don't think 8 poppers is enough. Well, play the mirror. Well, that's weird. Sad days are sad. But I just don't think 8 poppers is enough. And they just disconnected. All right. Guess I didn't feel like playing the mirror. Riptide. We'll go first here. We'll just try to set up another item. Don't want Remembrance or Unmovables, Sinks, Reinforce the Line. We don't want Fate Foreseen. And I don't want all the pistol items here. This is probably just a Teklo Pounder matchup. I guess I'm just going to cut one of the Command and Conquers. I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the Command and Conquer at all in this deck. Have my equipment the right way. Yeah. This is a once per turn action. So I can... Like, my hand's good, but I want to be able to... I'm going to pitch all of my cards here, except for the maximum velocity. Want to arsenal this so I can give myself a decent shot at throwing the maximum velocity here. Like, not even a blue would allow me to do this. This is for 6. Block Harpoon, Spark of Genius. And we'll boost a zipper hit for 7 here. Throw zipper hit for 7. My opponent says no blocks. So I was like, I assume they have a... a trap or something here. Yeah, so I deal one. They deal 1 damage to us. That's fine. And then we'll throw the pistol. Ah, Pistola for 2. Our opponent goes to 32, and we say pass. There's like 24 blues in our deck. Like, Merrick had quite a bit of blues in his deck. What is this, for 9? Lol. I could just block with Crown and try to hit a blue and have a good turn. Let's live on the edge a little bit here. I mean, a blue is good. We take 7 and join them. They presented like 67 cards in us, or 68 or something crazy. So I mean, they might be like trying to fatigue us or something. Play this off a 5-card hand. T-Bone. 4 go again. It's funny to like think about how I really dislike playing Command and Conquer inside of like Aggro Dash now, because I used to play 3 Command and Conquer in my boost dash list, because I just remember thinking it was like really solid and like a fair choice for what I was trying to accomplish. Give me perch grapplers or those toxic tips. They do have Tunic coming up next turn. Block with toxic tips. And a Codex of Frailty. They already pitched 1 Codex of Frailty, so hit a Magnetic Shockwave. I mean, it's a pretty explosive turn. What? We had T-Bone for 4, T-Bone for 3, and then this is for 6. So 7 and 6 is 13, and then Pistol 3 times. Okay. Well, they might have crowned into that if they didn't. Even if they did crown into it, they should have used it. Makes no sense that they didn't use it. This is going to be a 17-point turn for us. If I just lagged and skipped through my whole turn, I'm going to be pretty upset. 6 from the throttle, 4 from the first T-Bone, because it was a yellow, so 2 plus 2 from the pounder is 4, so that's 10, and then 3 from the red T-Bone's 13, plus pistol 3 times. So, I'm sorry. This is going to be a 19-point turn from us. It's not a bad turn. We'll go throttle, then T-Bone. This is also a hand that just allows us to block Combustible Courier, High-Speed Impact, and then throw a 0 to 60 in Arsenal, the other one. Like, perfectly fine hand. We're up 8 points. We should just keep our life lead here. 2 more maximum velocities in the deck and 1 more high octane. So we have some power cards left, and we have 4 equipment block left. So we're in a pretty good spot, I feel like. I love it when a plan comes together. So we go 0 to 60, into 0 to 60. Oh, Lord. into Pitch Spark of Genius for high speed impact, activate Heart. Oh, cool. Don't care about that. And then we activate Heart. After that, we have 2 resources because we've already played our high speed impact, and then we throw our maximum velocity for a total of 4, 8, 10, 20. 22 if you count the Teklo Pounder. $21 because of the frailty. Oh well. You can't win them all, I suppose. It's going to put a counter on our Teklo Foundry Heart, I imagine. Like, doesn't really matter, I suppose. The only way this doesn't pan out for us is if we Heart over our Command and Conquer. Which we did not, thankfully. And now we're up 6 points and we're throwing 10 at our opponent. Are they going to 5? Wow. Man, their hand must be pretty good if they went to 5 there. So they go back to 8. Play Premeditate. So I could block 9, throw the T-Bone for 3, or I can take 9, knowing that my opponent just took far more than 9. We give them an arsenal. We're going to take 9 and we're going to throw 3, 4, 5, 11. That's fine. We'll go to 12 here. We have nothing to discard. They're going to ponder right here. They do have Perch Grapplers left that they can block with. We're going to T-Bone that away, though. So we're going to go T-Bone go again here. They're probably going to give us the Perch Grapplers because it's an even block here. They chose not to arsenal their card, I think because they knew we had Command and Conquer. Let's see what they do here. We can always gain an action point off our accelerators if we want to here. If they like do something weird and like go to 2, then I will, because why not just get an extra card out of their hand? No, that's good. We'll save our pistol for another turn. Eee. Block Shockwave 0 to 60. Come in with Throttle. And then pistol a couple times if we can. So why do you think Activision would tell me that my current display name of Appy911 is not allowed and then I need to choose a new Activision account name? This is after I logged in and it pulled it? You've been using that name for years. That's really weird. The only thing that I could even remotely think of is that they think it's like some weird reference to 9/11 or something like that. I don't know. That's weird. I'm sorry, baby. I know that's frustrating. I love hanging on to the accelerators here because having Achilles accelerator, just the longer we hang on to it, the better it gets. The more threatening this card becomes for my opponent. They're going to play a trap here. Oh. Sad days are sad. So my opponent's going to take one. I mean, they're actually not going to take anything. I don't think shooting the pistol for one is worth here. Play Sigil, go to 9. And then pass. Combustible Courier, T-Bone, T-Bone. Pistol. Probably should Arsenal one of my T-Bones here and try to have a bigger turn next turn. I only have 20 cards left in my deck, so I do have to worry a little bit about running out of power cards here. Well, that was an absolutely terrible play. For me, anyway. Good trap on them. I guess we're just going to Arsenal... Play 2 sigils. What does the trap say? That's fine. So we'll just go ahead and use Accelerator here. There's nothing else we're worried about, like, boosting over. Pistol our opponent to 7 and Arsenal this. We're definitely gonna play... I mean, I could just go to 3 here and hope that they can't turn on 3 traps, which I think is pretty stupid. Let's just stay at 10. There's no reason to take any damage here. Yep. So we throw the Combustible Courier mostly because this demands a card. Like, they have to give us a card here. Now it's going to be a trap more than likely. And if it's one of those go again traps, then they're going to be turned on. They do have quite a few of the go again traps in their deck. Yep. Please stop highlighting cards. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to Arsenal my High Octane here. See, this hand is not what you want High Octane with. Like, you don't want a bunch of 2 costs with High Octane. I mean, we might just be forced to throw it at them and see if we can get there. They might fatigue us, honestly. I've played pretty terribly, so... We draw a red throttle. Woo! This is so bad. Like, this hand is impeccably terrible. I know that there's a yellow coming up next, and then the card after that's a blue throttle. So I could throttle with go again here. We need to set up a Combustible Courier for next turn. It's what we need to happen. So we play throttle with go again. We pitch the Combustible Courier. One of the Combustible Couriers to throw Zipper Hit for 4. and we'll see what happens. Because I know the next card that's coming off the top of the deck's a blue one. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like we're in a pretty bad spot from here, honestly. They're going to play a trap. I mean, that's fine. There's no on-hit effects to trigger here, so... And then we should be able to pair a combustible courier next turn to finish off the job here. Because we can still come in for pistol for 2. After this, they're gonna give us a card here. At least I assume they're gonna give us a card. They take 2 and go to 4. I could heart. Actually, I can just pistol twice here. I don't even... Wait, can I win the game here if they don't have a trap? No. So they block this. I get to decide, is heart going to be enough? Well, heart puts them to 2 here, and I have 7 cards left in my deck. And then I go up to 9 and go down to 5, which means I can activate heart and boost 3 times. I did want that harpoon, but I definitely did not want that maximum velocity. Is this another trap? Do they have nothing? Do they have a no block? Okay, I was not expecting that. 7 cards left in the deck. We crossed the finish line. I honestly did not think we were going to get across that finish line. I can definitely tell that I haven't played Dash in a while because I'm not really playing that optimally. Like, I'm not, like, really arsenaling things. I'm not setting myself up well. Like, I can definitely just tell that I'm just kind of, like, going through the motions of playing Dash right now. But somehow we managed to win a game. Kind of feels like we robbed somebody there, but we ended up winning a game. The Dromai game was close. Like, I honestly feel like a couple of better hands somewhere along the way, and we probably win the Dromai game. I think we want to go second against Katsu. I mean, we want tempo. So... like, we want to make sure that we're in the driver's seat against Katsu. Fate Foreseen, Reinforce the Line, Purifiers, Sinks, Remembrance, Unmovable. What is that, 63? Cut, Chamber, Command and Conquer, and play 60. I think that's fine. We'll start with Teklo Pounder. Just try to race them out. This would have been a very good first hand to start with. Would have pitched Zipper Hit to load the pistol, Spark for 0, and then Arsenal the combustible courier here. But again, can't cry over spilled milk. I actively made a choice to go second because I think N2 Ninjas, you want to go second and you want to be the first person to really hit. I think that's just where you want to be at. So my opponent loaded in the 57 card special. Well, they really loaded in the 61 card special here. So let's block Spark of Genius. If they throw the second Kodachi, I'll take the second Kodachi. I want to be prepared to block whatever's next. Let's block 6. I mean, I think taking some damage at the end of a chain here on turn 0 is fine. Like, if they have a turn 0 snatch, they have a turn 0 snatch. There's nothing I can really do about that. Well, it's going to go to the bottom of the deck, which is fine. I take 2 here. Is my opponent activating Katsu? It's like I would be very surprised if they did. So let's go T-Bone for 4. We'll go ahead and get some block out of the way. They'll probably just give us the breaking scales, I mean, or the Breeze Rider boots. It doesn't really matter. They honestly might just throw the Heart and Cross Strap here if they don't want to block with anything. So that's right. Eee! I can still hear you saying that when we play like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Like even when we play Fortnite, when you get scared, it just like jumps out at me. It's pretty funny. So from here we throw the Harpoon. They're probably able to show us 2-3 blocks here and it just not matter. But you never know, we might get lucky and they might be stuck with like 3-2 blocks and we can get a card. Dishonor and Mugenshi release. They take 4, go to 32. I'm going to Spark for 0 here. They've kept their whole hand. I keep drawing these like blue cards to Arsenal. Where are the red ones? Arsenal this. Let's see, 0-0. Yeah, this is my hand. I'm going to try to use my equipment again, just like we did last game to make it work. 4, 6, 11, 13 from the Teklo Pounder. No, I've already counted that. 4 from the 0 to 60, because we're going to take 4. Because we're going to throw 4. We're going to throw 0 to 60 to 4. T-Bone is for 2 more, which is 6. Zipper Hit is for 5, which turns it into 11. And then Maximum Velocity is for 21. We have a 21-point turn. They're discarding and Dishonor. You know, the crazy part is if they dishonor me, I don't even really care. Whelming Gust Wave. So I'm going to play around the Ancestral Empowerment here. I'm going to keep my hand because it's really good. If they have a Razor, they have a Razor. There's nothing I can do about that here. But I am going to play around the Empowerment. Fluster Fist, just a 0 for 4. Very lackluster turn for my opponent, which you love to see. All right, well, let's give them the business. 4 on 0 to 60. They might just give us the cross strap here again with T-Bone. I don't think I'm in a spot where I can Arsenal Magnetic Shockwave. Like maybe maybe with the Teklo Core I can. Yeah, I think with the Teklo Core we're kind of safe to Arsenal the Magnetic Shockwave because there'll always be a turn where we can play it. Like even if it's just a 2 for 4 with no text, we can still just throw it. So I think having an Arsenal is better than not having an Arsenal here. Activate Heart. We hit a Throttle and a Combustible Courier. And ka-chow. 10 coming at you. If their hand is like very combo heavy and like crazy good, they could just go to 11 here. And just probably make up the 20-point difference, honestly. They know that from here the rest of the way, if we're blocking efficiently, we're blocking with cards in our hand. So we only have 1 equipment block left. We have not seen any high octanes yet. seeing another high octane would be very good. Give us the braking scales, means they might use it this turn. Like, I assume if they're going to give us the Breeze Rider boots and the braking scales, like, one, it does save life, but I assume that they also want to, they also just want to, yeah, they're playing this for free, which means they're probably going to try and combo me here. Attack action cards with combo, gain go again this turn. They're Katsuing first. Discard a Concealed Blade. So, okay, go away, giant whelming gust wave picture. Okay, so we have 2 resources coming off the Teklo core. We can throw blue T-Bone and Heart and try to stop this. I think, well, I mean, they can just use their braking scales. I mean, would I rather them? No. Let's try to hold out for something else here. It's very unfortunate, but I don't really think we have another choice. They get to pick a card with combo. Okay. I mean, maybe we should block here. Like, this is the problem, is that, like, it just feels like Katsu is too powerful for Dash now. This is the second game we played against this deck tonight. They'll throw a Kadachi for 1, we'll go to 17. They'll throw the Surging Strike for 5, we'll go to 12. And then they're going to throw their 0 for 4. And I'm going to throw Teklo Foundry Heart. And I have to block with 2 cards here, don't I, if I don't want to give them another card. Block like so. Is this going to be for 7? Yeah, I think we're going to have to go to 5 and try to make something happen. Like, their big turns have just been better than mine. This is 2 games in a row I've played, or not in a row, but like 2 games tonight I've played against Akatsu where I have thrown a maximum velocity at them and it's not been good enough. Like, not very often I get to say that about a game. At least it didn't used to be that way. I haven't played Dash in quite a while. Like, maybe the format has just changed so much that now it's just not good enough. And if I'd have given them an extra card, I'd just had to block that card. Like, so I'm going to pistol here. They're going to go to 2. I mean, I'm going to break it here. Like, there's not really going to be another opportunity for me to use it throughout the course of the game. I was like, they're going to give me Mask, which I can take some solace in, I suppose. We're going to try and keep the T-Bone here. Keeping the T-Bone might be our only way out of this. We're definitely going to block with a Red Combustible Courier because that's never going to hit. Like, we're never going to be able to keep enough cards to make that relevant. Not that it won't hit. I mean, it won't hit at this late in the game either, but it's not relevant. And like, it just won't do enough. What is it? 2 high octanes we've seen? Not that it matters. We need to see high octanes early. Like, seeing high octanes late is just bad because we have to block with them. Okay. Wow. Yeah, man. Nothing you can do about that. They had a razor, a ancestral empowerment, and they used the breaking scales. Like, I was at 5, and they had 5 buff. Like, nothing I could do about that. They had to have that. Like, they had to have a pretty good, like, they had to have good pumps there because they had 2 reds in their hands. So if they didn't have something good right there, we were probably in a pretty good spot, because I could, if I had to block with 1 more card, I get to attack for 3 and then pistol them. So I get to throw 5 points at them, which draws 2 cards out of their hand. And then they're playing a 2-card... Katsu's playing a 2-card hand when I'm like at 4 or 3, which means I can take the Kodachis and just kind of stare at them. So, I don't know. Games don't really like super feel like they're going our way tonight. I mean, it also could just be me playing poorly. Like, that is always a possibility. I'm also not a big fan of this list that I'm playing, but I wanted to try Merrick's list. I wanted to give it an honest try and say that I played it, but I mean, like, I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but like, there's just some things that don't make sense to me about this list. Like, I don't like the 2 Command and Conquers. Like, I don't know if you thought those were just going to be bonkers in the Ranger and like being able to like block with 2 cards and then like load pistol, throw Command and Conquer was going to be value for you. Like, if you thought that was the play, I'm not really sure. I'm also not a fan of 3 maximum velocities. Like, maximum velocity is either great or it's unplayable. Like, literally, like that's the card. Like, the card is a 2 for 10 with very high conditions. Like, the only way that you can play it from hand without an arsenal is if you have 3 0-cost attacks and a Techlocore in play when the turn starts. So, like, I don't think there's really that much value of playing 3. I always play 2. Like, the defense reactions are kind of like whatever. I like the 2 reinforced line. Honestly, I think you should be on 3. Playing against Rhinar. Yeah, I think we want to go first here. I don't really think we're going to be able to turtle up. I think we have to play offense here, but I think we have to play offense with the pistol weapons in. Like, the pistol weapons are very key to like being able to win these games, like win this game. So I guess we'll cut a Techlo Pounder and a Techlo Core just because I want the deck to be... Like, I want the deck to be playable. Load the pistol, and then we're going to pitch our other Spark because having a Purifier in play is good. And then we'll arsenal our T-Bone here to try and set up for an explosive turn. Okay. I suppose that is a legal thing that can happen to me. Just take 9 before the game even really starts. Oh man, that's pretty good. So let's go for 4 here. Like, they might have a Reckless Swing or something. There are a few ways they can cover this up. They might give us a card and Scab Skins or a card and Crown. You never know. Okay, so they did have the Reckless Swing. Let's come across for 2 here. Our opponent takes 2. We're going to activate Heart. Load. Load. And then I am going to shoot for 2. I want to apply some pressure here. Not trying to like kill our opponent or anything this early, but we gotta throw something at our opponent. We're gonna Arsenal the Zipper Hit. The Zipper Hit is a very good card, especially played from Arsenal. So I think I'm just gonna block 6 to save damage here. It is a trade down. I could have taken 4 and had more points to throw, but this is a pretty good turn. We're going to get to have a 19-point turn here, or I'm sorry, 16-point turn. We get to throw 2 Zipper Hits for 5 each, which is 10, and then we have Pistol twice for 3 each. So we get to have a 16-point turn. Well, at least he missed in the dark on that one. My opponent hit with 4 cards in their hand last time, which does not always happen. Like, they don't always hit right there. But I guess he is playing a lot of like 6s, I'm sure. Like, it's Rhinar, he has to be, so to think that my opponent plays a Reckless Swing without really thinking it through and hits is not that crazy to me. Steam Counter. Pistola for 3. So, what? Put it on top of your deck, otherwise put it on the bottom? Okay. The pistol items basically prevent us from getting fatigued. And that's what's so good about the pistol items in a matchup like this. Is when you're playing aggro and the pistol items, you have a very high chance of trying to run your opponent over. So we can do it all here. We can load everything, play Throttle, and put the Purifier in play. Because we need 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, it allows us to get to exactly 7 this way. So our opponent will probably block here unless they have like a cracked hand. Like the whole triple barraging beatdown into Claw for 12 was really good. Like that's a pretty aggressive hand from our opponent. We pitch this, we activate Heart, and we play Purifier. We're basically unfatigable now. Like, honestly, 1 chamber kind of makes us unfatigable in my opinion, but oh boy. I mean, we can block 3. So if we block 3, we can throw 6 and then load the chamber and then, or load the Purifier and then throw Pistol for 2. So we throw 8. Or we block nothing. We go 6 and then Pistol twice for 8. So we get to have a 14-point turn and we get to Arsenal the maximum velocity. We still have all of our equipment block left, so I think this is okay. As long as no Arg Smash. I mean, yeah, that is true. Arg Smash will always be a problem, and is honestly just, like, it's kind of unbeatable. Like, you can't really beat that card. Yeah, again, this is completely fine. Activate. Yes, I want to boost. Like, there's not really a world where we're ever going to beat the Arc Smash card unless they just, like, roll a 0 or something twice in a row. Because Arc Smash is just... It's just value. Like, and it's just so good against us. I one time had a Levia player. I think Levia can play Arc Smash, right? I think they can. I think it's just a brute action. It was either against Rhinar or Levia, but I think it was Levia. And they literally rolled a 5 or a 6 or something when I had two plasma purifiers, or not plasma two Teklo pounders in play, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep later. Like, but that's cool, dude. Now, it was really, like, it's a good card, and I understand why they play it. It's just very niche and, like, only playable in one scenario. So there's absolutely no way to play our maximum velocity this turn. So I get to go Combustible Courier, T-Bone, one floating, and then I get to load everything and then shoot one more time. So let's just go ahead and load everything up. We will activate our purifiers. Boost away. This will be for 4. Uh-oh. There it is. There's the Arc Smash. Well, let's get him with our items while we can here. Let's get him with our pistol while we can. Oh, wait. Arc Smash goes to the bottom, doesn't it? Because it's not a 6 coster. Oh, that's beautiful, right? Is that what pack... Oh, yes. Get that thing out of here. The way they kept cards this turn, I'm afraid that they already have one in their hand. Oh, no, they have a Blood Rush. T-Bone. Zipper hit. So we get to do it all this turn. Because we have a blue, 1, 2, and then heart for the rest of it. Let's just block for life here. They've already played 2 Reckless Swings, so they only have 1. Let's go to 8. I want to keep my Providence here. All right, let's do it. This is our turn. This is where we try to really swing things in our favor. We know they don't have an Arc Smash because, well, we know that there's one on the bottom of their deck. I assume that they're only playing 1 copy of that card. Like, Dash isn't really super popular right now. Now, after it won the Calling of Baltimore, it might be, but I'm not expecting to see a ton of Dash going into RTN season. Show me those 2 cards. Let's swing 10. Block 2, take 8, brother. Or you can just go to 6, I guess. I do have 3 equipment block left. Probably gonna have to try to utilize that pretty soon here. They are just going to go to 6. I mean, so we need 5 resources to shoot the pistol twice, 6 to shoot it 3 times. Is there a Teklo core left in my deck? As of now, there's 1. I mean, from here, pistoling the rest of the way should do it. Like, we shouldn't need to, like, do anything fancy the rest of the way here. If we can get a Teklo core in Arsenal here, then, like, more value for us. I should have activated my purifiers before I attacked. That is a rookie mistake if you are a dash player, because activating your items breaks the chain, except for your reaction from chamber. Yeah, let's swing 4 here, crack accelerator. We're gonna spark for 0. Ah, what? Did I hit it in one of the last 2 cards? Oh, I took one out. Duh. That was just me being a forehead. Yes. Oh, no. So they're going to claw me twice. Let's block with this. Ah, they're going to throw 6 at me after they do that. It's not bad. It's not a bad play at all. Let's just keep all of our things here. Put an extra card into our hand. Activate this. Activate this. And then we get to swing for 13 this turn because of our pistolas. Get to have a pretty decent turn here. You can block this out and then take 1 each off the pistols, but that's just a losing line. He does have 3 equipment block left, which is relevant. I was playing in the Battle Hardened in Baltimore, whenever Baltimore was, like weekend before last. And when I was playing in it, I played Bravo, and I was in the Blitz Battle Hardened, and I played against a Reinar who went, their turns were, and I genuinely felt bad for them. It was roll a 1, activate Gambler's Gloves, roll a 1, and ended their turn, and I was like, oh man, that sucks, I'm sorry. And I put them to like 6 or something like that, and then they went, started their turn, roll Scab Skins, and got a 1, and I was like, wow. I was like, dude, I am so sorry. Hey. I mean, I do get to pistol an extra time, so that's kind of cool. Don't really... I think they're saying they didn't see either one of their ARG smashes, is what they're trying to say in the chat. I mean, I do understand their frustration a little bit, because I think this is a favored matchup for them. But I don't have another option as far as everything's concerned. Like, I just have to throw my stuff and just hope it's good enough. Does my man realize he has equipment he can block with? Like, he totally has equipment here. Okay, I was like, I don't know if he doesn't realize that. Like, when I have breakpoint pistols, though, it's not like it matters. And I have a high octane coming at the end of the game. Sheesh. That's so good. There's so much value. You're like 30 kinds of dead, brother. Well, at least we're going to finish this one off. He's going to give me a card here. Four. We'll just go ahead and give go again, save time here. Come in for 4 more. They just kind of pass there. Yeah, like I think that's a favored matchup for them. So I do understand my opponent's frustration there, but just because you're favored doesn't mean you're always going to win that matchup. And I think that's something that it really took me a long time to wrap my head around when playing competitive card games, is that I think I used to go into card games a lot of times with the mentality of, oh, this is a favored matchup, I should win this. And it's like, if it's favored, you should win it. But at the same time, like, there's a lot of things that go into that. And like skill gap is definitely one of them. Like, who's a better player as far as things are concerned. You know, like, you don't always draw the hands that are meant to get you over the finish line. Like, sometimes you just draw poorly, and it's like, people don't really like to talk about that, but that's how it is some days. What did I cut? I cut the Teclo Pounder, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be my second Reinhardt to play against tonight, I think. Maybe my man just like turn 0 arc smashes me and I just have to cry myself to sleep tonight. Okay, well, I didn't really like my hand anyway, so. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. I mean, we get to get some equipment, so that's cool. He's probably not happy about it, but give me the scab skin leathers. I mean, he's gonna do that. Like, I can't imagine he's gonna block with anything else here. I mean, if you want to throw your tunic here, deal. I was like, I can't imagine there's a world where you're throwing tunic, though. Ha ha! Gotcha. If this is the same guy I just played against, he's sitting there seething. Which would be pretty funny. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, bad beats are bad beats. They are what they are. And then we get to Pistola twice. He's trying to keep his whole hand here. I mean, if it's good, I can't blame him, but Reinhardt kind of plays the Bravo style, where it blocks efficiently, and then it takes its Omega crush you over the head turns when it can. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna make this for 8 by blocking 2, because he just took. We're gonna block 6. I mean, did he want an arsenal? Did he not? He must have missed his arsenal. I was like, because it didn't look like he took a different line of play there, so I don't really understand what he was doing. Let's load the pistol. Let's come in for 5 here. My opponent doesn't even really have to see a arc smash to win this game. If they play a value game plan and I don't see items early enough, most of the time they'll outvalue me. Like, my opponent blocking like this, that's also one of the problems with playing aggro dash, is that if you're playing against an opponent who realizes that they can just fatigue you, you can just get dumpstered, and that's just all there is to it. So my opponent saw their AUG smash, and now they're coming in for 3. So We get to go... Yeah, we get to have a good hand here. Like, I'm going to go to 32. This is not a bad hand at all. We get to start with loading the Pistola. It's coming for 3. We need to boost less red cards, please. I mean, that is a blue card, I suppose. Show me that hand, boy! Harpoon. Pick which card you're going to give me. 7. This is for 8. I'd rather take the swing big here. This is a card that I know Rhinar players love to have, so... there is one more chamber left in our deck that we can search for. So... Take 7, go to 25, and we'll go Throttle, Heart, play Purifier, Arsenal High Octane. Seems like a pretty good setup turn. They get to keep their Arsenal. We do have quite a bit of equipment block left, so there is always that. Okay. They'll probably give us at least 1 card here, maybe 2. Most of the time when decks like this... Oh, no, they have a Blood Rush. If they took 5, they have a Blood Rush. I can't imagine there's anything else they'd want to keep that badly. Well, please be gentle, opponent. I think that goes to the bottom, since it was discarded randomly. The zeros are very good for High Octane. I mean, maybe I'm just supposed to hope I draw a blue here. Let's just value block. We'll try to keep life total up here. If we draw a blue, we have some pretty good options. I mean, I guess we still have some decent options, even if we draw like another red, because we'll have access to 3 resources. 1 that'll be left over from the zipper hit, and then 1 from the zipper hit, 1 from the red, and then we'll gain 1 more from the heart. Stop it. For 10, hiss. We'll take 9, go to 9 here. They've played 0 Reckless Swings, so we're probably going to lose this game. This is more how I imagine this matchup going when I think about this matchup. Again, not really what we wanted to see, but it's not terrible, so... I'm choosing to look at the bright side here. Load. Load. Four, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20. We get to have a 20-point turn this turn. As I once heard Patrick Sullivan say, not bad for leftovers. And if you're a Magic player watching this, then you definitely know who Patrick Sullivan is. But if you are a Flesh and Blood player and you never experienced Magic and you don't know who Patrick Sullivan is, he is, by a lot of people, considered one of the greatest burn players of all time. And truly, he is. I say that, like, I do not... Like, I've watched a lot of his videos over the years. Patrick Sullivan's probably, like, one of the greatest burn players of all time. I mean, it's like our opponent might not give us a card here. I'm not sure. But all the high octanes? Yep. That'd be all of them, Captain. Activate heart. We'll go up to 2 resources. Drawing a blue would have been awesome, because this would have been a 23-point turn. Our opponent goes to 4 here. and just passes. This hand is not good at all. So there's absolutely no way to have a good turn with this hand. Where are the blue cards at? Like 24 blues, I kind of expect to see one in every hand, like at least. It's like the fourth or fifth hand tonight we've not seen a blue. The obvious play to me is block Harpoon, take 3, go to 6, throw Throttle for 6, Arsenal the Purifier, set up for a 5-card hand. I think that's our play. I think that's our best line to win the game from here, as bad as things are looking right now. I could boost just to try to throw my opponent off to see if they... Because they might just be able to like take cards out of my hand and kill me. That is the problem of being at 6. We do have Crown left, thank God. I mean, I guess if I hadn't used Crown, I'd just be at 8. So... But having Crown up allows me to arsenal a card like Plasma Purifier, which I normally would not be a fan of. I guess I could have boosted... So if I boost there, I can activate Heart and pistol twice with the accelerator, or I can load pistol, load Purifier, activate pistol, and then try to pistol twice next turn for 6, which is just infinitely better than... Well, it's not infinitely better, but it's 33% better. 4 versus 6. Oh, you're lucky I don't have an Arg Smash opponent. Or not an Arg Smash. What's the reaction they play? The defense reaction. Oh, God. He just played a Blood Rush Bellows? What'd he discard? He can't throw... I mean, it's possible he can throw Claw and card from Arsenal, but not likely. I need to stay at least at 3 here so I don't die to just one Reckless Swing. That's what scares me. So you're telling me there's a chance? Okay, so if we block 3 with the zipper hit here, I guess we no, let's keep the Throttle in our deck. We'll want a 2 for 4 later. So we block 3 with the zipper hit. We take 3, go to 3. We pitch Throttle to play Combustible Courier for 4. He blocks with a card and Scab Skin Leathers. I'm going to tell my opponent I'm thinking here. He blocks with Scab Skin Leathers and a card from hand. We have 0 to 60 in our hand. We can activate Heart to go 0 to 60 and then pistol twice or load the Purifier. I'm actually going to block here because I can just throw the zipper hit. I don't think we're going to cross the finish line on this one. Again, my opponent will give me a card. What does Arg Smash block for, just out of curiosity? 3? Like, almost every Brute card blocks for 3. Give me another card out of your hand. Hopefully they're stuck with just pistoling here. Or just clawing here. Not likely, though. Yes! Oh, from the depths of nowhere, we're saved. Oh, wow. Talk about getting bailed out. All right, so we need 1, 2 resources. And then we'll have 1 left, which means we can load, and then pistol twice. So we'll get Tunic right here. We won't win the game this turn, but we'll get Tunic right here. Damn WP, I'm too greedy. I assume that's like, I don't know, well played. I'm too greedy. I mean, there's still things that my opponent could hit here. They give us Tunic there. Man, we boosted over so many red cards this game. I was like, I don't think this will kill him, but it'll say it makes it to where our opponent can't have a turn. And if we have any breakpoint card, we win here. Wow. Or we draw something like this. 2 cards, 1 card, 1 card. So we still can't cross the finish line here. Man. I am afraid that cost us the game, maybe. Like, we might just get fatigued here. I might just be out of, like, actual playable cards. So I almost didn't activate the Purifier there because I was thinking I should save it for next turn. But them having a 2-block actually allowed us to win. It was very nice of my opponent to tell me that I play it well. Well, our opponent has self-deprecating humor, I guess, to say the least. So there's that. We beat Reinhardt 2 games in a row, which is a little surprising. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a matchup we're really supposed to win consistently, so I'm just a little shocked that we're actually winning it. Now, to be fair, if we look back at that game, it's very easy to say that I was bailed out by Scabs. Like, Scabskins was my best card. Oh, 3-3. All right, let's play one more. Let's play one more and try to get. Let's try to get a winning record here this evening. We're kind of just goofing off and like having fun playing Dash tonight, anyway, as it is. So let's play one more and just kind of. Oh, it's the same person. Yeah, we'll go first. We're gonna stick with the same plan we have, even if it's not. Yeah, this is what we've been doing. I'm just gonna keep it. I wonder if that. Yeah, that message just kind of like seemed weird to me. Like maybe like I don't know, it seemed like I was like being a prick or something. I don't want my opponent to think that, because I'm genuinely not trying to be rude to anybody, you know? Like we're playing cards like online, you know, especially when we're playing online, like set up a maximum velocity turn. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. If my opponent would have rolled a 1 right there to start the game, I'd have been like, okay, now we're talking. Well. Take 6 here on turn 0, or like turn 1, I suppose, but that does not feel good to me. No sirree, Bob. Never really understood that statement, but let's go. Let's shoot our opponent for 3 here, and then let's reload the pistol and then throw the chamber in play. Hopefully we can like try to dodge an ARG smash here. We'll try to put some pressure on here with shooting the pistol early. That like turn 0 alpha, or like turn 1, like early game alpha rampage is very good. When you have maximum velocity turn, come on. So I have to say that's one other thing about Merrick's list that I kind of like find a little perplexing, is that he's on 2 Teklo core and 3 maximum velocity. Maximum velocity is a card that loves Teklo core. I don't really understand why that's not a 3 Teklo core and 3 maximum velocity. Like, again, I understand that like a lot of like deck building things are all preference. I'm not trying to like throw hate his way or anything like that. I just, as a Dash player, some of the things I'm not fully understanding about his list. So, was that it? It's a game over? There we go. This won't do it, will it? This, like, literally just won't do it. Well, we're just going to block efficiently until we get our turn we want. And that's going to be that. I mean, we have 9 points on the board. Like, keeping 2 blues just allows us to throw 9 every turn. So, that's kind of cool. Yeah, 2 blues just allows us to do this every turn. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of that is also, like, it's based on, like, my opponent, like, intimidating 2 blues out of my hand. They're also keeping up with the life total race here. I like it. Good play from our opponent here. Yes. Let the hate flow through you. You know what? I'm going to take 3 and try to have a pop-off turn here. I don't think we're going to play maximum velocity this turn or anything, but... I mean, we still get to have a pretty explosive turn here. Like, we get to have a pretty good turn here. 0 to 60s for 4. The zipper hit's going to be for 5. And then we're going to use throttle to activate heart. And then we're going to pistol twice here. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to pistol 3 times because we still have 1 floating. And mass hard. Is that another high octane gone? Hiss. So we do get to pistol for 9, which is cool. I mean, this is an 18-point turn. Like off of a 4-card hand. Like, I know that we had a 5th card if you count the maximum velocity, but I'm not going to because we're not using the maximum velocity, so I don't think it should count as a 5th card. Also, if we got lucky and drew a blue, there was probably some way for us to play the maximum velocity, which also would have been dope. Ka-chow. Get in there. Pistola. 34. All right, we'll go red throttle, then blue. Is this our combustible courier hand? I mean, not combustible courier, maximum velocity. We can definitely just play the combustible courier here if we wanted to. I also don't think it's a bad idea to just load pistol stuff here and then pass. Like, or let's throw combustible courier. And is that my other high octane? Ugh. Come on, give us those scab skins. You're going to. Because if you had the 0 for 4 reckless swing thing, you'd play that. So give us your tunic. Intertesting. Intertesting, opponent. Come on, have 2 blocks. Boo. I'm going to activate Heart here just to load 2 items. Although with the 2 cards that I boosted, that's not very favorable for me because a blue and a 0 cost would have allowed me to throw maximum velocity, but I think I can throw maximum velocity here anyway, right? Yeah, because I get to 4, 7, 10, 20. 20. When you defend with pack call, we'll go to 25. We're going to throw a 20-point turn. We'll take 6 to throw 20 here. I could activate Heart if I wanted to here to load another item. I don't think it's worth. Doesn't seem like a very value-oriented play to me. Our opponent does currently have an 8-point life lead, which I won't lie to you, I do not like. Oh, they're playing Sink Belows this time around. That, or maybe they've always had Sink Belows in and they just haven't drawn them. I mean, I guess that's an option, but seems like an unlikely one. Are they just trying to fatigue me this time around? That's what it feels like they're trying to do. They're playing into the fatigue game plan and arc smash my items. So I have 6 resources here, and I can arsenal the maximum velocity again. I could spark for another item here if I wanted to. I don't think that's really where I want to be. I mean, double purifier ends the game fast. And I do mean fast. So there is some consideration to making that play. One, just because of the value. We are playing around Arg Smash if we decide to take that line. Load this. Load this. Load this. Actually, you know what? Let's just shoot for 3, and we'll just keep the red 0 to 60 because it's just a good value card. And I'm actually going to arsenal my 0 to 60 here instead of the maximum velocity so that I can... Is this worth harpooning? Or is this worth crowning the shockwave to hope to find something? Probably. Well, that's not what you want to see. But we still get to have a pretty explosive turn here. Now, they probably won't have a 2-block in their hand that they'll be forced to give us or anything, but... they'll probably just show us 2 3-blocks. I mean, most of Brute's cards are 3-blocks, so, like, it is very valuable for them to just... like, there's a very high chance that off of Shockwave, or not Shockwave, Harpoon, that they don't have to actually show us anything they don't want to on chain when we're doing it on Chain Link 2. Now, if we're doing it on Chain Link 3, it's a whole different story. I mean, these pistols are like really oh no, I'm sorry. Undo opponent. Sorry. It's my fault, dude. I got click happy and I went a little too fast because we're always going to leak through damage as long as we have the when we have these items set up right and we're pushing through. Like if we're attacking and we're using our pistol items, we're always going to push some damage through. It's just kind of inevitable. Inevitable. This works out kind of nicely because it's not like a great turn or anything, but we do get it. We do get to throw maximum velocity here. And I'm going to be honest, like, I haven't really been paying attention to what I've been pitch stacking, if you guys want the truth. So I'm not entirely sure when our pitch stack is coming up. I think it's like roughly around 12 cards in Dash, the way we go through things pretty much. But that's all just prior knowledge that I have of playing Dash a whole bunch of times. That's not actually like based off of anything I've done this game. I mean, we got all the cards out of their hand. Load. Load. Activate. 6. Was that the... Nah, there's one more we put in there, right? That we pitch stacked? Yeah, there's one more that we pitch stacked, I'm pretty sure. Come in for 3. I honestly think that like this like mid-rangey dash strategy where you're boosting and attacking your opponent while you're also using the items that you have access to is like an extremely valuable like system, and honestly is like it's a great mid-range strategy. You just have to know when to take your turns to take off so that you can set up your items, because if you get behind quickly, like playing against Dromai is hard when you're trying to just set up items all the time because you get behind so fast. No. What? A 1 to a 6. Gonna be honest, we might not be able to win the game from here. Like, we have a Purifier left in our deck. Honestly, maybe if we're playing against Brute, we should just have in the one Remembrance. I know I'm not to pitch stack yet, so... He'll give us the crown here. Probably just take a 5-card hand if I had to guess. Our opponent blocked very efficiently all game and then waited until they had their Arg Smash and then took more damage than they would have normally so that they could play their Arg Smash. It was actually a very smart play by our opponent. Let's play our Teklo Core here. Just try to get some value out of it. Pretty much just going to take whatever they do this turn. Like, we'll go to 11 here. I don't care to take 8. The blocking with my equipment's just for value at this point in the game, so... Alright, well, we come in for 6 here. Everything from here, the rest of the way out, should be pitch stack. They'll probably take 1 and keep a card here. That's fine. Okay. Whoa, whoa. I don't know what just happened right there. That was weird. I think I clicked OK one too many times. So let's think about our turn. I feel like it's going to start with loading this, and we're going to have to do that twice in one turn. I don't think we have enough cards left in our deck to kill our opponent. Not without the remembrance. Like, the remembrance is what we needed. We also needed to just put enough pressure on them to where they could do that. They couldn't play the Arc Smash. There's nothing left for us to search for. Like, there are no items, so this is definitely just resources at this point. We have no go again on our pistol. I don't see a way for us to win this game. Like, we go combustible courier, they give us a card, zipper hit, and then we can pistol twice. Like, so they're just gonna have to... They're just gonna block every card this turn, and then we're gonna have exactly what cards are in our hand. Because we'll boost 2 cards off the top of our deck, and then we'll have 2 cards left. And there won't be a way for us to get there. All right. Let's see if we can get there. We have 3 boosts, which means we have the combustible courier. Well, that's game. Unless they roll another 1 or something, that's game. Yeah. Because we needed our pistols for 3 to close the game out. And I think it might have. Zipper hit gets a card. They go to 5. 0 to 60 gets a card. Combustible courier gets a card. They have 1 card left. Now they go to 2. And then we have the 2 cards that we pitched left in our deck. And we just get to 3 them every turn. And then they eventually kill us because we're going to have to block and run out of cards. I mean, let's play it out. Like, we'll play it out and see what happens. I don't think it's going to matter, but think our opponent finally got us. Pistol for 2 here. And then we get to come in for 4. And they go to 4. And now they can just take 2 and kill us. Like, they'll go to 2 here, have no problem, and then they'll just kill us. Yeah, this one's over. Like, I would have already conceded to my opponent if this was in time, but I'm streaming and I'm just playing for fun. Oh, they have a bellows left. Yeah, I'm just going to take the damage here. Just let them kill us. Well played, opponent. Die. My opponent's got a good spirit. Well, 3 and 4 on Merritt Kemp's dash list from the Baltimore Calling. So we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the stream. Let's talk about it again now that we're at the end of the stream. So I still like his equipment suite. Like, this is the equipment suite I would be playing if I were playing Dash at a Calling tomorrow. I still don't like the Command and Conquers. They felt bad value to me all night. Like, I did not like them at all. I don't like the 2 maximum velocities. Those, like, are the 3 maximum velocities. That would be on 2, personally. I just don't like all 3. They just did not feel good to me. The 2 Teklo cores was fine. Like, I still feel like from a deck building point of view, there should have been 3 if you want the truth, but I can live with there only being 2 in the deck. Like, it is what it is. The One of Pounder I kind of like. There should probably be a place for red high-speed impacts somewhere, in my opinion. And if we're going to play Combustible Courier, we should be on the 3rd one. And honestly, I think the 3rd unmovable might be necessary because you have 2, 4, 6, 7 defense reactions. Like, and I'm so used to playing 9. I do like the One of Remembrance for when you're playing against I do like the One of Remembrance. Like, I like it against Oldham. There's a few things I like it against if you want the God's Honest Truth. Like, it's a good card. Oh, wrong thing, sorry. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having Remembrance in there. It's also good against Dromai if you're trying to play that game plan. We didn't play it against Dromai this evening because I took a very different approach. But I could see the value in having a Remembrance in to use your poppers and then shuffle them back in as the game went on. So anyway, well, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Thursday. I'm pretty sure I'll be back on Thursday. I don't think there's anything going on. So I will see you guys then. Take it easy, guys.